Aberdeen have just over 48 hours to appoint a brand new manager before the return of the Scottish Premiership this weekend. But could that new manager be not so new in the form of former Aberdeen manager Derek McInnes? Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football, and the manager odds have switched about drastically over the last couple of weeks for the Aberdeen managerial position. Neil Lennon was as odds-on as 1-4 a few weeks ago, so he was expected to get the Aberdeen job. For some reason, it hasn't happened yet, it hasn't materialised, and I'm beginning to think with Neil Lennon being unemployed and not having anything or any responsibilities or any clubs to answer to, I think if Neil Lennon was going to be the new manager, it would have probably been done by now. I think there would be a good chance that this would be done. Now, Aberdeen says they were going to appoint that new manager during the international break. The international break's technically finished. I mean, the friendlies are over. We're only like 2 days away now for getting back to Scottish Premiership football. So Aberdeen are delaying this. They're running late on the brand new manager appointment. And Derek McInnes has came from 8-1 into 7-4. Now, Derek McInnes managed Aberdeen before. I thought he'd done a good job. He probably didn't win as many trophies at that time as he should have, considering Aberdeen were the second best team for long periods of his 8 years in charge. But for me, I think it would be a good appointment if Aberdeen do bring Derek McInnes back into the mix, although he is doing a great job right now with Kilmarnock. There's no doubt Aberdeen are a bigger club than Kilmarnock, and in terms of a future, you can definitely do more with Aberdeen. But I just wonder right now, at this current point with the squad that Kilmarnock have and the places they seem to be going, I'm not sure Derek McInnes would leave Kilmarnock for Aberdeen. Now, keep in mind, this is the same guy that turned down Rangers to stay at Aberdeen back when he believed that Aberdeen were the second best team in the league, and well, they were because they finished above Rangers, but he's seen enough in that Aberdeen side to turn down Rangers. So if he can turn down Rangers at Aberdeen, I'm sure he can turn down Aberdeen at Kilmarnock. So I'm not sure it's going to be Derek McInnes. I think it would be a good option for Aberdeen, but I just think right now, I think Derek McInnes will want at least one more year at Kilmarnock. I think he'd like a crack at Europe next season to see how further he can take the team domestically as well. And then who knows, maybe after that, he'd be more open to it. But right now, for me, he's still building. I don't think we've seen the best of Kilmarnock under McInnes, so I think he will probably stay there at least for another season or two. So I don't think it's going to be Derek McInnes. I did think it was going to be Lennon, but right now I'm beginning to question whether it's going to be Lennon or not. And we can see the other odds. We've got Peter Levin, the assistant manager, 4-1. Could it just be a simple thing as just putting him in charge? I mean, he did take over the Celtic game. Aberdeen got a 1-1 draw on that, so I mean, it's possible. We've got Stephen Robinson, the St Mirren manager, 5-1. Alex Neil is in there at 6-1. Gordon Strachan is 8-1. And Michael O'Neill, who enjoyed a good win over Scotland the other night. Well, a good win for Northern Ireland. An absolute shite result if you're a Scottish fan. But anyway, yeah, he is 10-1. So Aberdeen, what are they waiting for? I mean, I'm going to assume this appointment will come later today, because even if it's Friday, it just doesn't leave the manager a lot of time. We're getting to the point now where no matter who they bring in, they're probably not going to have any training sessions. They're probably not going to have any sort of involvement with Aberdeen's next match. Even if they come in on Thursday, I think the likelihood is they'll probably just sit it out. I mean, I don't think they'll have much of an impact. I don't think they're going to be that beneficial now with the weekend just around the corner. So I think Aberdeen should have got this done a while ago. Now, the fact that they've waited, does that maybe mean the man that they want was busy over the international break? Does that mean that maybe Aberdeen are interested in someone such as Michael O'Neill and therefore they couldn't appoint him until after Northern Ireland had played their friendlies? I mean, that's a possibility. That could happen. But yeah, right now it's a bit of a mess. Aberdeen said they would have a manager by now. They don't have a manager by now. And they need a manager because right now they are in a relegation playoff battle. There's no doubt about that. You know, they're struggling right now. They're just lucky that there's some poor teams in the league this season. But even then, Ross County are getting results lately. St Johnstone aren't too good. I think they'll probably save Aberdeen. But yeah, it's not a good season for Aberdeen, and they need to get this next appointment right. They've had 3 poor managers in a row now. I think they need to get somebody solid in. Out of the options here, I do think Neil Lennon would be a very good choice. Alex Neil, a lot of people are always talking about him. I think he'd do a good job too. I'm not convinced on Michael O'Neill. I'm just not. I think the guy's had one good spell in his whole career, and that was when he was managing Northern Ireland back in like 2016. He took them to the Euros. Other than that, I haven't really been that impressed with Michael O'Neill as a manager. So, yeah. Who's going to be the new manager, guys? Let us know your thoughts down below in the comments. Comment who you think will be appointed as the new Dons manager, and I will catch you guys in the next one. But until then, been Fog Football. Thanks for watching, and peace.